Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
No. Can you hear me? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Go to audio and then go to your.
Speaker. Okay. External headphones. Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
So I'm not sure if
This
it's.
is better.
Yeah, that's better. I think it's working.
Okay.
I really thought it was going to take us a lot longer. I was like, she's going to have to walk me through this.
Look, I've got a fire in the background.
Oh my God. You look so. Look, listen, fire is triggering right now.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry. Sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. No, I'm like, I finally unpacked my go bag because I
I'm
feel safe enough.
so sorry.
Yeah, I bet you do. You should. You should
No,
feel sorry.
I am sorry.
No, you look cozy, and I'm really glad that you're cuckoo cozy.
Thank
And
you.
you got your new glasses on. I love
I
it.
know, I'm completely rebranded.
I know you got the dark
I
hair,
know
you
I got
got
the duck
the
hair,
glasses, you got the new place you're staying, you got a new job.
the new location, the new job. That's right.
But
I
we're still
know.
cozy, which is good. I'm in my new robe.
Ooh, I love the robe.
Thank you.
Looks
Do
good.
you um do you know who these belong to?
My cherry sweatpants. Oh
They
my
were in
gosh.
the dryer when
I
I checked the dryer.
forgot. They were
So
in the dryer.
I'll send them to you, don't worry.
Well, I'll be back in like a month for Alex's baby shower, so I can
Oh
just
yeah,
grab them.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have
No
your sweatpants.
worries.
They're
No
comfy. I tried them
worries.
on.
Good. Well, yeah, wear them if you want.
Yeah, they're
Whatever.
nice. They're heavy duty. I like a heavy duty sweatpant.
Me too.
Oh my God. Well,
Should
this
we?
is new.
I know this is really new. Have we started or do we want to do
We
a
could do a little
an
intro and then
an little all hands?
yeah, sure. And then we can always edit that in later. Or you can. All right. Welcome back to Horizontal. I'm Mason Smeisterla.
I'm Meg Kelly.
Woo!
And we're
And
back and we're
we're
remote.
back.
We're
We're back and
remote.
we're remote. Yeah, this is different. Um,
Super different.
and so much has literally happened since you
I
left.
know.
I think you leaving sent the world into disruption. I think everyone was
Like
upset that you left.
literally like I feel like a year has passed in the last 2 weeks. Like
Yep.
literally up is down, down is up, and
Yep.
nothing we thought nothing made sense before and nothing really
But
makes
now nothing.
any
Yeah, I was
sense
like,
right
oh
now.
God, at least we have like a little bit before the
Yeah.
inauguration. And now it was just like, psych.
And I was like thinking to myself, I'm not even gonna bring like a trend, a social media trend, because there's too much to cover.
There's too
Like
much going on.
we'll get to it, but
Yeah,
like this
we need to
is
debrief.
like
These are crazy fucking.
insane. Okay, so I think we should start because you're in LA
Yeah.
with your experience of the fires.
Well, okay. So
I'm s-
Monday, you were
first yeah, first of all, I'm so sorry. Just like
thank you. Yeah.
it's horrific and I'm so
It's
sorry you had to go
insane.
through that.
Listen, I have had it so much better than so many people, and I'm so lucky, and
Hmm.
I'm really just grateful. And I mean, everyone in my community is okay. I mean, obviously, we both know people who have lost everything or their childhood home. And so I feel really, really lucky to be in the position I'm in. But it was definitely still traumatic. So Monday, you were packing up to leave. I had like, a nice little glass of wine and like opened a nice bottle. Thank God I
Hmm.
did because I was like, let me save this for a really, really nice occasion. Like, I really shouldn't open this just yet. And then I was like, this is a new chapter. Mega's leaving. Like, like I feel like I owe it to myself to give myself a really nice bottle of wine. Not a whole
Hmm.
bottle, but like just a glass of wine. And then quite literally the next morning, every shit started hitting the fan at around like 10:30 a.m. There was reports of a wildfire brush fire in the palace or yeah in the Palisades like right on that hill, and then because it was like ridiculous winds that day and for the next couple of days and for the last week, honestly. It's just like it was like a firestorm mixed with hurricane force winds, which is just straight out of hell. All right. Hades is doing some mad shit and I'm not into it. And
Welcome to hell.
it spread so fucking fast. And I mean, Meg, and I remember being like, oh, Meg has to drive in these winds back to Texas. Like, this is
Hmm.
crazy that she's gonna have to drive in this. And then I remember thinking, oh shit, no, I'm the one that should be worried. And always thinking of others, that's me. And I was just like, I cannot believe this is happening. I was like standing by with work, like to see what was happening. And then all of a sudden it was just everywhere. And then all this, and then it was like, I think within a couple of hours, it was like over 10,000 acres. Um, and then obviously like later it was, and then I had to work on Wednesday and distract a bunch of little kids who have no idea what was going on by singing Moana songs. Meanwhile, there's like fire trucks going up and down. The smoke is insane.
Hmm.
I spent the night at my sister and John's place that night, and that was the first time that someone was like, "You need to think about like packing a go bag," and I was like, "A go bag?" I was like,
Where
"So
are we going?
where are we going?" I was like, okay, so like candy, medication, and
Yeah.
like my whoopee.
Yeah.
And and then they were like, no, like look around your apartment and you need important documents, like you need like just whatever is important to you that you are not willing to like let burn. And I was like, oh shit. And at that point, it still wasn't like near us, thankfully. Like
Hmm.
I'm like central LA, so I wasn't near like where the Palisades were. But like at that point, almost the entire Palisades had already burned. And then Wednesday night, I want to say Wednesday, the Eaton fire broke out
The
in
no, the
Altadena.
no, the Eaton fire burned
Or
like
was
the
it
same at the
like
same
simultaneously?
time as the Palisades.
But it was a little later.
It was the Hollywood fire that broke out on
That's what
Wednesday
it
night.
was.
Yeah.
Wednesday night, the Hollywood
The
fire,
Sunset Fire, yeah.
like literally on Sunset and like Runyon. So like
Hmm.
a really gorgeous place that like we hike all the time. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, Hollywood is on fire.
Yeah.
Like this is when we're fucked. And so all of my friends and I was literally in the middle of like making dinner, poured myself a glass of wine, and then I was watching KTLA and they were like, this just in, breaking news, there's a Hollywood fire. And I was like, oh, oh,
Yeah.
oh. So I dropped everything.
Yeah.
Um, it wasn't a good
I
dinner.
was in El Paso when I saw the Sunset Fire break out,
Yeah.
and I immediately texted my sister who lives near there, and
Yeah, she's yeah,
I
in
was
the
like,
hills.
"That Sunset Fire's getting closer. What's your plan?"
Yeah, and she's
I was
pregnant. Like,
on I was on the Watch Duty app, like
oh my God, the
glued.
Watch Duty app has saved our asses.
I
Whoever runs
know.
Watch Duty, I would love to take them out. I would love to make love to them. I can't even. So, and then all of our friends like we all just were like, okay, let's go. Like we're gonna meet up at our friends who's like farther away from the fires, which is still only like a mile and a half away. Because like
Hmm.
LA is so dense that like it feels
Yeah.
farther, but it's like you're really not that far.
And everything is made of wood. So it's like
Everything
it's like it's just like waiting to spread.
waiting, yeah. And
Mhm.
then and so it's just been it was really chaos at that point, and that's when I was like, okay, I have to get out. Like this is me now. And I went around and I was like, what do I take with me? Like I really was just like, what is important? And I grabbed like, all of my important documents and passport and everything. And then I was just like, I really want just like my pictures and my journals. That's like
Mhm.
what I brought. I brought like,
Mhm.
a couple pairs of clothes, not even like my favorite clothes, not even my favorite shoes. Like I was just like, fuck it. I even left my wigs, my baby.
No, not the
I
wigs.
know, I thought about it. I looked at him and I was like, girls, this is
I'm
goodbye. Like
I'm coming back for you.
I was like, I'm going, I will crawl through the flames. But yeah, I thought about just like bringing at least one wig and I was like, leave it, Mason. It's not important. So that's when you know shit has hit the fan when I don't care about my wigs
Leave
anymore.
it.
Leave it.
Leave the wigs.
I know I looked at them all, I called them all by name, and I was just like, Francesca, I gotta go. I love you, Baghdad. Anyway, so
I love you,
Saffron,
Baghdad.
you remember
Oh,
Saffron?
I love Saffron. I love her.
You know,
I
she's
was
all
there when Saffron was
she made her
conceived.
debut.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she was conceived. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
there.
I was there.
Yeah, and that was at another unprecedented time in COVID. And
Oh,
I just thought we were done with these unprecedented times. I'm really over it. My punch card has been checked. I don't need any
yeah.
more. I'm good. I feel like I get a free stay somewhere. And so, yeah, I grabbed my shit and then we all went to our friend's house. It was 11 people, three cats, two dogs, all crammed into her lovely home that she so kindly offered us. And we just like were pacing, like watching the app, being like, what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
We had places to go just in case. We had a place in Long Beach we could go. We had a place in Orange County we could go. And so we had options, but it was just like, when do we call it? You know, like
But
when do we go?
the scary thing is that there is a massive city of people doing the exact same thing that you're doing.
Everybody
And
and
so
like people were
when
driving
it
like it was Mad
if
Max.
if if things did go south for your neighborhood, it would be gridlock trying to get out of the
Oh
city.
yeah. We thought about that too. We were like, well, what if
Yeah.
and
It's
even
just
like
it's
even
like
getting to
you're
her
trapped.
place. Yeah,
You're trapped. Yeah.
even getting to her place, it was like people were nuts. Like they just no rules applied anymore. It was like the purge. I swear to God, I was
Yeah.
just like just like driving
That's
insane.
what the videos looked like.
Oh my God, I almost got into two wrecks on the way to my friend's house just to get safe. And like people were going on curbs. They weren't abiding by like lights. It was crazy. But anyway, after about like an hour or two, when it seemed like the fire was contained, and people were just like, because honestly, the winds were not that bad that day or that night.
Hmm.
If that fire had started at the same time as the
Yeah.
Palisades and Eaton fire,
It would have been over.
LA would be gone. LA would be
It
gone.
would be over. Yeah. It
Yeah,
would be over.
done. So, uh, at that point, we all just were like, okay, we still can't really go home yet. I could have, but I was just like, I'm not gonna go. I'm alone. So, like, I'm not gonna, I would rather be with people.
Hmm.
And we all just like blew up mattresses on the ground. It was very much hurricane party vibes. We poured shots. We put on Hercules instead of the news. Like we tried
Hmm.
to find some sort of normalcy while still like routinely checking. And then it's like hard to sleep because even though you're exhausted from all the stress, you're like something could pop up at any moment. A new fire could start like down the block. And so like we were like trying to take shifts with like sleeping and checking in. And it was
Hmm.
just it was impossible. So, but shout out to Catherine and Aaron for hosting all of us. That was like such a refuge. Um, and yeah, I mean, now at this point, it's like obviously we're not out of the woods yet, but it does feel a little more hopeful. Um, but like all of the places that I work, and all of the like schools in that area, I know Palisades Fire, I mean, a high school burnt down. I know people who worked there. There's schools over there that are still shut down that I are in evacuation zone, so I can't work at. So like work has been really slow, but like that's I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? But the worst thing right now is just the air,
Yeah.
and I had to get a. I think everyone needs a air purifier right now, because it's wild. Like even though the air index thing, like on your phone, it'll say like, "Oh, air quality is good," but it doesn't measure for all of the things that were in those like old 1970s homes that burned,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
lead, asbestos, fucking chemicals of all kinds, like carcinogens that are in the air that just you can't like measure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we've all been wearing N95 masks outside still. And I've just been trying to stay indoors as much as I can. But the day after we stayed at her place, we like walked to get coffee, which now I wish we hadn't because it was just raining ash.
Yeah.
like just all ash everywhere. It was crazy. And people are not, they're treating it like it was the beginning of COVID. Like nobody's wearing masks. Even if I went
Yeah.
outside right now, I've seen like so many people with no masks on. I'm like, we're
I
still not
thought
out of the,
about that too. I was like,
yeah,
I don't see people wearing masks a lot on social
no.
media outside.
No, not even like on the news when they're like reporting live from these like burnt down houses. I'm like, you Anderson Cooper, put on a mask, bro. Like you already look like the face of
Anderson
death.
Cooper,
He is so pale. So I was just like,
put a mask
dude,
on.
put a mask on. And so, but my sister and her boyfriend and I, we helped out at, we volunteered and donated to the Koreatown YMCA nearby. And it felt good to like be doing something, you know, instead of just like focusing on the negative and doing something to help. And we just made
Yeah.
like bags of like just things people might need for like a family of three. Because I mean, it's unfathomable like how many people are without so much
Yeah.
right now.
It's
Um, so yeah.
yeah,
And I had
there's
two dates last week and then those were canceled, obviously.
ah, I know your dates have been
Oh my God. So in the midst of all of this chaos, I'm also just like, can I find a cuddle buddy for the end of the world, please?
exactly. Did you get any like uh people sliding in, like checking in? You know, like the COVID text that was like,
Oh yeah.
hey, are you still alive? Like,
Oh yeah. Oh
did you
yeah.
get some of those?
Oh yeah. Got one. Not only from one ex.
Yeah,
Not
dude,
even check.
I
Not
got
even.
one too.
You did?
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't tell me about this. Tell me about yours first.
I forgot that
Can you just give me the
um
first initial?
K.
All right. All right.
I forgot that he was on so I sent an email out to uh a an email list that I have for people who've
Yes.
donated to previous crowd funds. And so I just have like a big list of
That was
everyone
smart.
who's given me money before. And so I
Mm.
sent out an email like asking the community to donate to the wildfire funds, various
Mhm.
funds. And I forgot someone I previously went out with was on the list.
Oh no.
Then
I
he te
didn't I
and then he texted me and
You're like, "Oh,
I was like, "Oh."
are you still living?"
I was like, "Oh."
Oh my. Oh,
And then I told him about the podcast.
okay. So you just like
So
slid that in there. You're like, by the way,
yeah. Yeah, he knows who he is.
he knows who he is. Um, so yeah, I had not the ex that you would think reach out because he's the only one that's in LA. But he's also in Santa Monica, so like I hope he's okay. He didn't want to come to my party. So
Yeah, wear a
anyway,
mask. Yeah.
wear a mask. Hope your birds are okay. Um
I have to turn this fireplace off. It is too hot.
Okay, I have to turn on my AC. I'm sweating in this robe. Hold on.
Hold, please. Hold, please.
I really wish you could see my lava lamp.
Burning up, burning
Burning
up,
up. You
you
wait.
baby.
So Catherine, I went to her yoga class last night
Yeah.
and she was like, I made a new playlist. I'm so excited for you to hear it. I was like, oh yay. And then like, you know, the Shavasana song is usually always like just really chill, like really calm, usually like, you know, like a deeper well, kind of Casey Musgraves vibe. And
Sure.
she played the song. Do you remember the song that Taylor Swift made for the Hunger Games movie? The one where it's like, baby, there's burning up fires outside and you're safe here. And she was like,
Yeah.
I was in Shavasana, like kind of giggling a little bit because I knew that she was just like, oh shit, I didn't realize that that was in the song. And then I went out
Baby, there's
afterwards to talk
fires
to her.
out.
It's something different than that, but like, but she was like, I had no idea that that was in the song. And I was like, yeah, well, it's about District 13 being burnt. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyway, there's a lot of like funny moments though. You have to laugh or else you're gonna die.
Keep your eyes open.
Open.
That's my favorite Taylor Swift song.
There's so many fire
Straight
songs.
up.
There's so many
Yeah.
songs written about fire.
Yeah.
I was like, the playlists are bopping right now. Anyway,
Mhm.
but my ex did text me, not text, he DM'd me, and who, by the way, he's supposed to be in a very loving long-term relationship. And he slid in not to ask how I'm doing. not to ask if I'm safe. He
Mm-hmm.
sent me a reel of a turtle doing something. I didn't even watch it. I was so pissed because all it said underneath, it just said, "Now you know."
That was his
That was
message.
his message. He sent me a reel of a turtle doing something because he knows I love turtles, and then just said, "Now you know." And I thought, I have never wanted to block his ass more. And I was like, why haven't I blocked him? So anyway,
Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe he was on to something
I think he was like
with
trying
the
to start a
with the
conversation, but I'm like,
turtle,
that is not the way to slide
but
in. And it was like it was like
yeah,
Wednesday when shit was hitting the fan.
yeah.
And I woke up to it and I was like,
But
you've got to be fucking kidding me.
you know what I think probably happened is he heard the news about LA, quickly forgot about it,
Sure.
did not remember anything about the fires, had it in
No.
the very deep back part of his mind, where somewhere in his subconscious was like, you should be thinking about Mason right now. And then he saw a turtle, sent it to you while he was like almost fast asleep in the middle of the night, forgot that he texted you
Next to the girl he's with, I'm
next to
like,
the woman that he's dating. And then a week later, he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the city's burning." You should block him.
yeah, I'm absolutely gonna block his ass. And he's only gotten uglier. Like, when you look back at like exes and you're just like, God, everyone was right. He is a
Yeah,
walking like broomstick, or like he looks like a
yeah,
dying cigarette butt. And I'm
yeah.
like, why did I ever go
Dying.
out with this guy? He looks like a
Yeah,
cigarette butt on the ground that's got like dirt and feces on it.
straight up.
And he's not funny. Anyway,
And that's
so
and that's
and
on exes.
that's on exes sliding into your DMs. They love a natural disaster. They love
Yeah,
it. That is the time for them to thrive.
yeah.
And it's the time for us to murder. Murder.
Can let me ask you this though.
Go ahead.
Are you on Red Note?
Not yet, but I really want to be. Do you know why? Because I've been following the TikTok ban and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, if it does get banned, but I love all of the commentary that's come out of it.
Dude, I downloaded it. I'm on
So
it.
you're on it.
I'm
Okay,
on
I need
it.
to, well, if you're
It's
on it, I
called
need to get on it.
no, they
I feel
call
left
it
out.
it's there's a there it's called
Oh,
something else. It's called like Xiaohong Shi,
Xiao
I think.
Xiao Shongxi,
No, I think it's Xiaohong Shi. I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
that's
something
a
like that.
Xiaohong
I feel
Shi.
like we're saying something bad, but no,
No, that's called it's just
I know.
red
And
note in
everyone's going
Chinese.
on being like, "Hi, I'm a TikTok
I'm a
refugee."
refugee. I'm thinking about making one of those videos.
They're so they're so nice about it though. They're like, "You guys don't even
It's
realize
no,
like
you
how
have
bad
to
you have it."
you have to get over there. It's
I know.
hilarious.
I know.
It's
And I
it's
and it's matriarchal. Like it's like a
yes,
mostly like feminist
it's
app.
mostly yeah, well it's more like Pinterest. It's like
Right.
Pinterest and
Oh,
TikTok.
you sent me this video,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like Pinterest and TikTok had a baby. And it's just like there are guidelines. I downloaded it yesterday, but I know some things.
Yeah, you do.
So there's guidelines because I guess the app is like control like it's very highly censored
Right, right, right.
from the government. And so like you can't be too revealing. Like it can't be too
Oh
like
no.
it can't be too sensual or like too much like nudity
Sorry.
risque bathing suits like not gonna fly.
Oh, what are the
And then
influencers gonna do?
I know, and then you can't um I don't know, you like they take down racist stuff, so you can't
Good.
like there's
All the
more
things
like
that should have been
yeah.
done, honestly.
And then
But
yeah, they're
it's
just a
so
little
crazy.
more strict on the community guidelines. And then yeah, I don't know everything yet, but then there's different kinds of slang
Yep.
and
And
there
they're trying to learn our slang so that they can like
yeah.
get along with us. They're like teaching each other what like LMAO means and like
Yeah, no,
uh
they're not teaching each other what it means. They're teaching us another version of they're teaching us how to say
oh, like
LMAO
art, like the parallel
in
of that.
Chinese. It's a different abbreviation.
Oh.
It's like XSML or something and it like is abbreviating for like I'm
Oh.
like dying laughing or whatever.
That's so funny. Yeah, and like they're
Yeah.
it's so crazy because they're all
We
just like
gotta get
doing I
over
heard
on
it's like
Xiaohongshu.
I know we do. And it's so funny. The funniest part is that they were like, "Oh, China's taking all of our data. Like they're like, we got to ban this app." And then we're all just like, "Psych, we're learning Mandarin, bitches. We
Like
love our Chinese spy."
I would rather learn Chinese than make an Instagram reel or go on
Yeah.
I would rather learn Mandarin than watch Instagram
Amen.
because
I
that is
think
how much
reels are so cringe. They just
TikTokers
don't it's not the
dislike
same.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Meta fucking sucks.
I heard that
Um,
he dumped like hundreds of millions of dollars into the campaign to get rid of TikTok.
oh, I'm sure he did.
Like Meta was like lobbying hard to kill
Yep,
TikTok. And everyone on TikTok was just
I
like
know. And now everyone's on
yeah,
Red Note and it's like on the news and they're just like, just kidding, just kidding. It's not getting banned on Sunday. It's
it's
gonna stay
not
around for
gonna
a little bit longer.
get banned. And even if they do sell it, ByteDance has said repeatedly that they will not sell the algorithm. They won't
Um,
give the algorithm to the new company, even if it gets bought.
yeah.
And so
Did you hear about,
it won't be the same app.
did you see how everyone was like, so I heard that when it gets banned or if it gets banned, they're gonna release everyone's drafts. Like whatever's in your drafts, they were like, it's gonna get posted or something.
That's
And so
illegal.
everyone, I know, but everyone was looking at their drafts and just being like, "Oh my God, like
Uh,
what's in there?" And a lot of people were like, "It's a lot of like what I thought was going to be my before weight loss video." They're like, "I actually gained weight, so I never actually went back to that draft."
yeah.
Mine are all just like me doing like stupid like book talk quizzes and like
I don't even
um
know what's in my drafts. Let me see.
or just like me being stupid trying to make a video and then fucking up. Wait, I want to hear how your first day of your big girl job was today.
The first day was really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah. I met a bunch of new people. Everyone was really nice.
good.
I have an
What did you wear?
office, which is
You have an
cool.
office?
Yeah, I have an office.
Oh my God, I'm jealous. You got
I
to decorate
know.
it. You got to cuntify it.
I'm in Texas now. They've got space for everybody down here. Everybody gets an office.
All right.
So, but yeah, and then I like did an inventory of all the equipment that I we have and just kind of getting my feet wet a little bit. So yeah,
Is
it
there a
was
little like
fun.
coffee breakfast room?
There's a little coffee area and then there's a kitchen where I had
Cute.
lunch with some of my coworkers.
Oh my
And they
God,
were all
so
really
cute.
nice. I know.
Good.
I wore a cute outfit. I wore
Yeah, what'd you
um
wear?
brown slacks,
Oh,
dark
oh,
brown. And then I had this like cute kind of um I don't know, like I guess it's like a lighter brown, like buttoned up uh sweater shirt situation
sweater shirt.
with
I love a sweater shirt.
with a brown leather belt and black
Oh,
leather boots.
oh, the leather boots.
Yeah.
Babe, I'm sure you looked incredible. You looked like
I
you owned
got
the
I
place.
got a badge made. I have a badge
Oh, oh yeah, because usually on the
now.
first day you have to like take a photo
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Took a photo, made a badge.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
signing up for benefits. So yeah,
Wow.
I
Wow.
know.
Way to brag. Way to brag.
Wow.
That's incredible. I'm so glad that this is
Yeah.
happening for you and that it went well. Can I tell you
Oh yes.
about
I need to hear about the date. The
this
big
was the
date.
strangest, crazy. This has really just been like the weirdest week of my life. Like it's so weird how things are
Yeah.
happening.
It's so weird.
So, what day is it? Thursday. So on Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. I woke up to a text from Katie Thurston,
Hmm.
um, the Bachelorette, if you will. And we're like
We need to
kind of
get
good
her on
friends
the
now.
pod too.
I know. We're like kind of good friends now, and she is now engaged to Jeff Arcuri, who is a famous comedian, almost 2 million followers on Instagram. Anyway, he's hilarious and his crowd work is insane, and he's on his first worldwide tour. And he was playing at the Wiltern, which is like down the street from me in K
Classic.
Town.
I love the
Yeah.
Wiltern.
So it was so beautiful. It's a gorgeous old theater. Um, so anyway, see, she messages me and she was like, "Hey, so Jeff just gave me the go ahead that if I wanted to invite some guests, you can get some free tickets. Like, let me know how many tickets you want."
That's so
And so
nice.
I know, I was like, yes. And honestly, right now, like, I need the laugh more than anything.
Hmm.
And I know he's fantastic. So I was like, yes. Um, and people pay like good money for these. So I was like, hell yeah. I asked all my friends, no one could make it. And then I was like, wait, this would be a great like first date idea. And
Hmm.
so I messaged this guy, one of the guys who I had a planned date with the week of the fires, the like crazy shit, the when it got really bad
Yeah.
and we had to cancel. So I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, I know this is kind of last minute, but like I have these tickets tonight. Like, do you want to come?" And he was like, at first he was like, "Yeah, I'll check it out." And I literally messaged him and I was like, "That didn't sound very enthusiastic." And then he was like, and then he messaged me back in all caps and he was like, "Yes, hell yeah, I can't wait to go." And he was like, "Better." And I was like, "All right, snarky, but all right." So,
Why didn't he just
anyway,
say yes?
I listen, and then I gave him shit about it later, and I was like, "Hey, I'm sorry that I like messaged that." And then
He
he
was
was like,
trying to
"No,
be
it's okay."
funny.
No, he was like, "I was working. I was like in the middle of a work day, and I had to like
Oh,
message you. I realized I had to like message you back, and so I was like, okay, like yeah, that sounds good. I'll check it out." And then
oh,
I was like,
okay.
"Check what out, my guy? The show or me? Like, what's
Yeah.
going on?" And then anyway, so and then he was like, "Thank you so much. That sounds like fun." And then we met up before the show. We had a drink and a shot because it was money off of the shot. So he was like, it was that's how I knew he could hang because like the we got like two tall boys. I got a cider, he got a beer, and then the woman was like, "Oh, we have discounts with tall boys on a shot." If you guys want a shot. And I was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Hell yeah, thank God." So then we did a shot and then we were like drinking a little bit, just talking, getting to know each other a little bit before we had to sit down for the show.
Uh-huh.
And he's super cute. He's got like big brown eyes, so like just so attractive. He's 6 foot, so I could wear my platforms. And yeah, just like so easy to talk to. And I initially messaged this guy and was like really into him, not just because of like how cute he is and his like, cool job, but I was just like, he lives like literally in my neighborhood. So like I wouldn't have to travel all the
Hmm.
way somewhere to date
Yeah.
someone. So I was like, that's so nice. He's so close. So then we go to the show. It was really fun. And like little things he did were so cute. Like we were, you know how like you'll sit down first and then people will come in the row in front of you and they'll kind of like maybe sometimes block your view. And he would just like nudge me and he was like, "Can you still see?" And I was like, "Yes, I can." It was so sweet. And then anyway, so the show was good. It ended around 9. And then he was like, "Do you want to go get a drink?" And I was like, "Yeah." So we went to a bar that I had been to before. It was really fun.
Which
Anyway,
bar?
the Normandy,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know where it is.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like dark. There was a DJ. We got like
Hmm.
like two drinks. And we were in a booth by ourselves. And he like immediately was just like arm around me, like or like just around, like when you're in a booth and his arm was just
Yeah.
there. He was like kind of like touching my shoulder and like
Mm.
caressing me, and I was like, okay. And we have like a lot in common. He's like kind of quirky, kind of nerdy, but I like that. He doesn't play sports. He has asthma. So do I. And anyway, then he kissed me
There's
in
so
the
much in
booth.
common.
Yeah, so
Cute.
much in common. No, but I don't obviously know him that well, but like we kissed in the booth. It was good. And then I went to the restroom and I came back and I was like, okay, so we can either get another drink or we can call it and like head home. And I was like,
This
and
is
he was
like
like,
an
yeah,
ideal date. It sounds really fun.
it was really fun. And
Yeah.
I was having a great time.
Most dates
And
are not that fun, in
no,
my
I've had some
experience.
horrible, yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that too. I was like, what's your dating experience like?
Yeah.
And anyway, so and he was like, whatever I say, it's gonna be worse for you. And I was like, you're correct. And
That's
he was just
nice.
yeah, he's just really thoughtful, really like smart and with it. You could just tell he was like he knows what's up. Um and so then I was like, okay, cool, he was like, I think we should go. Let's head out. And I was like, okay. And then we were outside and I was just like, well, we could just walk to mine or we could walk like home. And he was like, yeah, I'm like 2 blocks that way. And I was like, I'm 2 blocks that way. That's crazy. And then we were like, yeah, like we must live like across the street from each other. That's so crazy. So then we're walking and we round this corner and I was like, hey, so that's my parking garage. We could just go in through there. And he was like, that's my parking garage. And I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And he goes, yes, it is. He uses the app that we both used to have and then
Not the app.
open the elevator with the app. And then I go, and I'm freaking out because already I know he lives in my building.
Yeah.
And then I go,
You're like,
what
oh my God,
floor?
he's a stalker.
Oh, well, I don't know what to think. I was just like, this
Yeah.
is what the fuck
What
is
floor?
happening?
Wait,
When
what floor does he live on?
he said 4, I said,
He
that's
said
my
that
floor.
he said the same floor.
He said the same fucking floor. He lives across the hall from me. Meg, when does this fucking happen? When you go on a first date and the
Not
guy
in
lives
LA.
across the hall, not in
Not in
LA,
LA, it
in one of the
doesn't.
biggest cities in the country,
I
and
don't
he
think so.
lives not only in my building but on my floor. And you know how there's like, Meg, we have those like high ceilings, and there's only like a
Yeah.
couple of those high ceilings
Yeah.
in the building. He's in the other one, like near the hot tub, like the one like above the hot tub. He's in that one.
Not today,
And
Satan.
he
Not
just moved
today.
in a couple months ago. So I was like, have you seen me around the building? And he was like, no, have you seen me? And I was like, no. And it was just like so weird. And so then he like walks me to my door. We like make out a little bit at the door. You could tell he like wanted to come inside. And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm a good girl. I know I'm not doing that right now. So I was
Yeah.
just like, it's like, thank you. And then I was like, well, you know where to find me. And like, I was like, I live in a fucking sitcom. What is this? So then I give him my
Dude.
number. Yeah. And
Dude.
he was like, I'll text you when I get
Dude.
home. And I was like, yeah, let me know. So then he gets home and I give him my number and then we text and we're just like, this is fucking wild. Like, what the hell is going on? And then I was like, well, now it's going to be really hard to ghost you. And he was like, well, you could, but it would just be a little awkward when we're getting our mail. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. And
Or or you guys fall in love and then you move in together and you split the rent.
see, if I was in my Delulu era, I would be like, the universe has sent this man to
Oh.
me in my building, and I cannot believe. And like, but also the good news is that if we do continue to date, which I hope so, and he was like, I want to see you again, uh, then like, I don't have to waste gas on this guy. I ain't got to go far.
Mm-hmm.
But that
You
is
don't have to fly nowhere.
no, just a mere steps away,
That
which
is
is
that is
fucking crazy.
in LA. That is ideal. That is
I
ideal.
know.
If you can date someone in the same building but not live with them.
It's the weirdest thing. And he works for Sony. And so I was like, you should walk in. You know how, like, we've already talked about this reference, but she's like, you walk in and you say, I'm going to make history. And
Yeah.
then so I was like, I want you to
I
walk into
wanna
Sony and be like,
I wanna
do
make
I have a
history.
story for you?
Boy,
And
do
then
I
he was
have a
like,
story for you.
But he was like, yeah, but then they're gonna be like, we've already heard that. It's called Friends. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but
But
you're but y'all met on Hinge.
Hinge.
I mean,
I
it
didn't
would make
realize
sense
Hinge
if you were on Sniffies or whatever. But
sniffies. I listen, I didn't
what's
realize
that
that Hinge
Sniffy
literally.
one? Sniffies,
What are you talking about?
the gay dating app. That's a website.
You mean Grinder or Scruff?
No, Sniffies. Remember
There's
Drew to
sniffies?
didn't Drew tell us about this? And we looked it up
Oh, he might
and
have.
it was like location based and you can see exactly where people live.
I don't like
You
that.
remember this?
I kind of remember. I vaguely remember
It's
this.
like a
Yes.
website. Anyways.
This is so. Yeah, it was just so. I was like, I didn't realize Hinge literally measured feet and not miles. Like
Yeah.
this is wild.
It's a true hinge.
But now, like,
A
you know how like
true
it's a
hinge.
true Hinge. You know how sometimes you're like, oh, this is the grocery store that like I know he lives in this area, so like I'm gonna dress extra cute just in case I run into him at this grocery store in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, every time I leave my apartment door now, which by the way, I'm usually dressed like this. I'm usually in a robe, no
Yeah.
makeup, just slip slop slopping around. And I'm not gonna change that, but like I'm gonna throw away my trash right next to that elevator that's right next to his place. And I dressed super fucking cute today to go throw out my trash. Just in case he was working from home and could see me through his window.
And that's not your
Um,
trash chute. That is not your trash chute.
and that is not my trash chute. There's a closer one.
That's you going out of your way.
I went out of my way to spy on him. And we both made a promise. I was like, I promise not to stalk you. And he was like, yeah, same. But then I found his last name last night.
I promise not to be in the gym at 7:30 a.m. every day.
He did tell me he like works out in the mornings. And so I was like, I will not be there in the mornings. I'm not gonna be around.
No, that's not
No,
fair
no, I know.
though.
I know, but it's just weird.
If
It's like I
you
walk around now and I'm like, I could see him anywhere.
if you had known that he lived in your building, would you have matched with him?
Probably.
Mom's getting a
I don't know.
glass of water.
Susie, I feel like, oh, and when I told my mom this story, she was like, Mason, when does this happen? Oh my gosh. I was like, I know, I win. Like this is so good for the memoir. So
For
good.
the
It's
for the
great
memoir.
for the memoir. And
I was
if
like,
anything,
as soon as I saw your close friend's story, I was like, this is pod fodder.
yeah, I was like, I cannot wait to share this.
this is pod fod.
This is Pod Fod. And it is the wildest fucking story in the midst of all this chaos. Like, at least the universe had a good laugh, and
Yeah.
I had one too. But
Oh
yeah, like
yeah.
if anything
And
goes wrong, I can at least put this. This is content, baby.
I I would like to say that at your wedding, this will be a really funny anecdote during my bridesmaid speech, but
Yeah,
I'm not that
go ahead.
optimistic of a person.
Neither am I. He lives in my building, and I'm still just like, all right. Like I feel
I'm
like
like, this is likely going to be a nightmare for you. Like,
Meg, don't say that.
no, it'll be great. I think it'll be cool.
He's really
Now
sweet.
that
That's
I'm
the
not
thing.
around, I won't be messing with the juju
I just kept thinking, like,
with
if
my
Meg was here.
negativity.
And then I made the mistake because I didn't know he lived in my building. I made the mistake of being like, oh, yeah, I have like the place to myself for like a couple months until I find a new roommate. And so now he knows I'm like living alone and like couldn't.
You should have taken an Uber home.
Okay, the 0.5 miles it took to get home. But no, I can't. I just like it blew. I didn't have, I am a talker and I can
Yeah.
usually find things to say. I
Mm.
was speechless when he goes, that's my apartment. That's my floor. I was like, what?
But
What?
I
I
mean,
didn't know what to say.
you're living in The Sims.
Yes. Yes. We actually talked about The Sims at the bar we were at. So crazy.
Hmm.
But anyway, but I initiated the text yesterday and I was just like, hey, neighbor.
Don't do
Like,
that.
okay, but I just wanted to like say, like, not wait too long, but I was just like, hey, neighbor, hope you're having a good day. And then he was just like, you too. And then I said something else, and then he said something else, and then we didn't talk anymore. And then we haven't talked today. So I'm waiting for
Okay.
him to reach out. But I have another date. Like he doesn't know I'm like
Yeah.
kind of like seeing two other guys right now.
Yeah. He needs to come to you.
I know. He knows where I live. So
I know, literally. He could literally know where you live and still fumble.
I know.
He could,
And this
he
is
could
like
he
the
could literally be 100 feet from your door
oh, he could be
and
inside me and fumble.
fumble the
Yeah.
ball.
He
It's
could be
okay.
on top of me and fumble. But I have this just like I keep having this weird like this is the girl in me. This is the rom-com in me where I'm just like, what if I open my door one day and there's like flowers outside or like a little note? And I'm like, Mason, you can't think this way.
It'll never happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. So
Dude, I'm gonna send you a bouquet of flowers just to fuck with you.
stop. And you want to know what I talk too much when I'm trying to like get to know people for the first time. Like
Sure.
within the first 30 minutes of meeting him, I was like, "Yeah, I've been kicked out of the Century City Mall." Why would I say that? I'm allowed back in, but I was
It's a
just like,
it's a good story though.
"Yeah, like he knows I'm fun."
Yeah, you like to have a good time. I'm
He did
sure I've
mention that
mentioned a
he
lot of
liked.
I think I've talked about therapy on a first date far too many
Oh yeah,
times.
yeah. I told him I had like 9 step siblings. Like we know a lot.
Yeah, he knows you well. But does he follow
Yeah.
you on Xiaohongshu?
Well, I don't have one yet, so
Well,
but
you need to get
I did stalk a little bit, not like physically in the building, but I did stalk. I had my friend look him up on LinkedIn, and then I found out his last name, and I found his Instagram and his TikTok.
naturally.
So
Does
I've
does he
been
post or does he consume?
he posts.
Oh,
Yeah, he's very into records, and he works in the film industry. So he works. Stop. I think it's cute. I collect weird shit too. But he's very into like film scores and like he's also into like film stuff. Meg, I know it sounds like really cliche like LA boy stuff, but honestly,
no, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
it doesn't feel like that to me when I watch. Oh, he has a YouTube channel too. And I really hope he
I
doesn't find this.
I like the YouTube. Everything that you've said so far, the YouTube is the best part for me.
Yeah, but also like he just really like took initiative with like I want to be around you. I want to have like I want to be cuddling you. I want to like from the get-go and then was like really
What's
just
his
really
what's his YouTube?
I'll share it with you.
Okay.
I'll let you see. It's
Yeah.
basically him just reviewing like different films and like his opinions on stuff that's
Oh,
going on in the industry right now. So you might not want to watch it. It's a
not
little
my
too close to
not
home for you.
not my cup of tea. No.
No, but I was just watching it to be
It's
like,
like literally the letterboxed of YouTube channels, like the worst fucking
yeah.
thing
Oh no,
ever.
I don't really listen. I'm just looking at his arms. He's got great arms. So
Okay.
when he's like talking and his mannerisms and when he's opening things, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, those are good. Those are good
Yeah.
arms. Like he's jacked. He's
Yeah.
just like a nerdy, quirky little cute like workout jacked guy.
Well, let me know when he sets up a date.
I will. I have another date on Saturday, so
Yeah.
and it's in the area. So I really hope that everything goes well and I don't run into
And he doesn't also live in your building.
No, I know
I
this guy doesn't live in my building. But I mean this other guy. But it's just like
you were like
I know. Oh my, who even knows anymore, dude? No one knows what is what. And that's what I just keep being like
yeah.
I was in yoga yesterday in Shavasana and she was like, make an intention. And I was like, peace and trust in the unknown.
Dude, my intention during yoga yesterday was peace.
Mine was peace in the unknown.
Like literally she was like set an
Eh,
intention and literally
eh.
the only word that came to my head was peace.
Peace. Peace
Dude,
on earth.
we may not live together, but we're still reading each other's minds.
We really are. We're very in sync. Have you been like,
Um
what else you want to say? I feel like I've been talking a lot.
mhm.
Oh, you know what I think you would love?
What?
I started I
It's that
started
Chinese song
watching.
that's really good. Everyone's singing.
Oh my God. Oh, there's songs on there too.
Yeah, there's like this great song that I can't sing it because it's in Chinese, but it's like
That sounds like a
it's
gospel
so
song.
it's so good. I mean, hold on, I can find it. I'll play it for you.
Um,
Hold please.
Wait, hold please. I have to use the restroom real quick.
Woman Jin Chinese song.
苦之来，
That's the part I always think about. 苦之来。
我们今生注定是沧桑。苦之来，要笑着走过呀，朋友啊，让我们一起牢牢铭记呀，我们今生兄弟情一场。
Are you listening to it?
Yes,
生
I listened to it. Hold on.
It's so good. Well, this has been a very educational podcast. And
This has been something.
so I don't know what's gonna make it in, what's gonna be kept out, but that's the fun of the creative process. So,
Agreed. I'm so glad that
oh
you're safe and sound.
Manji. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm so glad. So glad that you're gone. No, I'm so glad that you are safe and sound in Austin, and I'll keep you updated on all the shit going on in LA, but just keep us in your thoughts and prayers. And please, um, donate if you can to GoFundMe's and to the Wildfire Foundation and the LAPD, not the LAPD, the LAFD. And they already have enough. And yeah, just reach out to people who are in LA, but not if you're an ex. Do not reach out. And yeah,
Yeah,
keep
keep
in.
supporting LA because it's gonna take a long time to build
It's gonna
back.
be a while.
And
The fires are not even out.
people need your support.
Yeah,
So if you haven't donated yet, please go find something and donate. There's so many resources out there.
yeah, and there's a lot of people in need. So yeah, and we're gonna keep doing this,
I know.
and it's
I
gonna be
think
fun.
I know. I'm gonna find a better way to do it probably than Zoom. We can do another platform that like Amy uses, but this is good for now.
Hey, for now we
We're
figured it
just
out.
we're just winging it, you know. We're just
We're
winging
winging it. And that's what this past week has told me is that we just got to wing it and do it
Yeah.
and make
We're
it work.
We're just showing up.
We're showing up, and that's what matters. So please keep liking and subscribing and telling your friends and follow us on our social media platforms.
Yeah.
And
We
yeah.
need some more dreams. We'll do a dream next time. Next
Yeah,
week
we didn't
we'll do a dream.
have any dreams, but yeah, next time we will have some dreams. Please give us your dreams.
And we will analyze them. All right. Well, stay safe, guys. And
Yeah.
we'll see you next Sunday.
See you next Sunday. We're Sundays now, not Wednesdays.
Woo, Sundays.
Put Danielle Bryan. Sunday. Sunday fun day. All right.
Okay.
Love you guys. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.